So the first thing we're gonna add to our orange chicken sauce here is I have about 7 medium to large garlic cloves, and we're gonna put 2 1 cube inches of ginger. We're gonna throw that in our blender or food processor, whatever you have. The next thing we're gonna throw in here, which is really important for the orange chicken, of course, is the orange juice. So what I did was I zested an entire orange. It's about, I would say it's like a medium large orange. We zested the whole thing, and then when I was done zesting it, I just juiced the juice from it, and I measured it. It was about half of a cup. So you want half of a cup of orange juice. We're gonna pour that. That's our little kitty. We're gonna pour that in the blender. And the next thing that we want is the peel that we zested from the orange. So this gave about a tablespoon. So you want to try to put a tablespoon in here to really infuse that orange flavor into your orange chicken. We're gonna add the sweetener now. So I'm using half of a cup of sugar here. We have 1/4 of a cup of organic raw cane sugar and 1/4 of a cup of organic raw brown cane sugar. And I'm just gonna add this in the blender. Adding a mixture of this is important. You can do all brown sugar, but I don't want to be too heavy on that molasses flavor. And the reason we want to add the brown sugar is because of the molasses flavor. It gives a nice extra depth of flavor. Now we're gonna add 1 1/4 of a cup of filtered water. So I'm just gonna add 1 cup first, another 1/4 of a cup. Bloop. Now we're gonna add rice vinegar. I'm adding 1/3 of a cup. The rice vinegar that we're using here is this brand. This is brown rice vinegar, and I just got this from my local Asian grocery store because everything is much cheaper there than if you were gonna go to your local like chain food market. Next, we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. And this is definitely optional because I know it's not readily available for everybody, and it was even hard for me to find, but if you do have it, definitely add it. So this is vegan oyster sauce. I bought this from our local Asian grocery store as well, and you just want to make sure to read the ingredients, and everything is totally vegan in there. It does have sugar, but it's imported from Thailand, and they don't process their sugar with bone char the way that we do in America. So I realized it's vegan, yay, and it's okay to put in. So we're gonna add a tablespoon of this, and this is just gonna add extra flavor, extra umami, and it adds a depth to our orange chicken sauce. So now we're gonna put some sesame oil. This is the brand that we use. I prefer using toasted sesame oil because it has more flavor than just regular sesame oil. We're gonna add a teaspoon of this. 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. This is to thicken our sauce. Make sure you don't make the mistake like I did last time. I made something that needed this. I used tapioca starch instead because I didn't have any cornstarch on hand. That was a mistake because it'll make your sauce very slimy and gooey, which is what you want when you're making some kind of a vegan cheese, but we don't want that in these sauces, trust me. So stick with cornstarch. Perfect, now we're gonna get onto the tofu. Onto the tofu. So we have 2 tofus here. These are both 16 ounces, and all I did was drain the package and slice them down the middle like this. And we just want to drain as much of the liquid out as we can. Ideally, you guys will do this on like a linen-free towel, and you'll let it drain for, you know, anywhere from 10 to 30 minutes. good thing is, because it has a little bit of liquid in there, you know, we didn't drain it overnight, and it'll stick to the cornstarch better, so that's good at least. So we're just gonna cut this into cubes. I already did it for that one. I just wanted to show you guys how I do that here. Start tossing the tofu in the cornstarch, I just want to first come here and just grab any wide pan and throw a few tablespoons of oil in there. You just want enough to coat the bottom thinly and turn it on. To a large Ziploc bag, we added 1/2 cup of cornstarch. You may have to add more as you're going along, but for now we'll start with 1/2 cup. And you just want to add your cubed tofu gently. A little more gently than that, hopefully. I'll just start off with 1 tofu for now. And you just want to shake it. Just to combine our tofu. Oh my god, it looks like those things in Narnia. Oh my god, yes. What were those? Okay, so we have our tofu coated here. Look at all this. This is both of our tofus. And we're just gonna start throwing this in the pan. The pan is nice and hot, which is exactly what you want. You just wanna start placing it in there. So you don't wanna like overcrowd the pan to the point that that there are pieces of tofu on top of each other, but you can definitely throw them all right next to each other and it'll be fine. And we're just gonna let this cook for a few minutes on each side. We want perfectly golden brown, nice and crunchy. That is exactly what we're looking for in our orange tofu chicken. So the tofu is just about ready now to start adding the sauce to, but I decided, last minute decision, I'm gonna throw some fresh broccoli in here. Not much, but if you guys are gonna have this as like your main meal, what I would do is definitely add more broccoli. You can add some veggies in here, like zucchini, just whatever you would like to go along with your orange chicken, and that'll be really delicious. Okay, so before the broccoli starts cooking any further, I'm gonna throw the orange sauce in. I just turned the heat up all the way on high. It's ready. This is delicious. Now is the time when you want to give it a little bit of a taste, see how you like the sauce, adjust, add some things in there if you want to. I added a little bit extra of a couple of things, so that's why I said make sure to check the description, because the final recipe, the perfected recipe, is on there. Because obviously I've made this so many times, but I've never measured. I don't really measure everything because I kind of just do it by eye, so that's why I'm kind of letting you guys see the final recipe down in the description box. This is amazing. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw this over some rice and eat it. Guys, oh my god, it is ready. It looks so good. Whew. I'm so excited to try it. Oh my god. That is the best orange chicken I've ever had. That is the best vegan orange chicken. You guys have to try this recipe. It's so good. Oh my god. So good. Okay, I have to go off now so I can just devour this entire thing because it's so good. Bye, you guys.